My girlfriend said at dinner, "You're cute playing businessman. Call me when you make real money." I smiled. "Will do." Then I made one call to a friend at her company. 72 hours later, she was fired for embezzlement I'd helped uncover. When she learned I was involved. Original post. 34 male. Still can't believe I'm writing this, but I need to get it out somewhere because the last few weeks have been absolutely insane. Been with my girlfriend, 29, for about a year and a half. Met through mutual friends. Things moved pretty fast. She moved into my place after about 6 months. I run a small consulting business. Just me and a couple contractors helping companies optimize their supply chains. Nothing glamorous, but it pays the bills and then some. She worked in accounts payable at a mid-sized logistics company. Decent job, nothing fancy. Money was never really an issue until it suddenly was. Started maybe 6 months back with little comments here and there. Must be nice working in your pajamas. So you're basically self-unemployed? Haha, very funny. I laugh it off because whatever, I'm good at what I do and I know it. But the comments got sharper. She compared me to her boyfriends who worked at tech companies or had VP titles at corporations. Started asking why I didn't think bigger or go after real opportunities. Each one stung a little, but I figured it was just her venting about work stress or something. Then came the dinner. We went to this Italian place she'd been wanting to try. Nice spot, cloth napkins, decent wine list. I just closed a pretty sweet contract with a manufacturing client. 6 figures over 12 months. Biggest deal I'd landed all year. I was pumped, wanted to celebrate. So I took her somewhere special. Halfway through the meal, I'm telling her about the contract, how I pitched them, what the scope looks like, how it's going to be great for business. She's barely listening, scrolling through her phone between bites. Then she puts the phone down, looks at me with this smile that wasn't quite a smile, and says, "You're so cute when you play businessman. Like, really adorable. Call me when you make real money, though. The kind where I don't have to work." The couple at the next table definitely heard. The guy looked at me with this sympathetic wince. I felt my ears get hot, but I kept my face blank. "Will do," I said. Smiled. Took a drink. She laughed like it was hilarious and went back to her phone. The rest of dinner was awkward as hell. I paid. We went home. She fell asleep watching reality TV while I sat in my office pretending to work. But I wasn't working. I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about something that had been nagging at me. My buddy from college, we'll call him my friend, works in the finance department at the same logistics company where she works. Different division, same parent company. We grab lunch every few weeks, talk shop, complain about clients, normal stuff. Last time we met up, maybe a month before this dinner, he mentioned their accounts payable department had some irregularities they were looking into. Nothing concrete yet, but enough that corporate was starting to ask questions. At the time, I barely registered it. But sitting there that night, watching her scroll TikTok after basically calling me a broke loser, something clicked. She'd been spending a lot lately. Designer bags I'd never seen her buy. Weekend girls trips that seemed expensive. She upgraded her car lease like 6 months ago to something way nicer. I'd asked her once, casually, where the extra cash was coming from. She said she got a raise and was finally budgeting better. Her salary was maybe $55K. Even with a decent raise, the math wasn't mattering. The next morning, I did something I'm not particularly proud of, but I'm not apologizing for it either. She left her laptop on the kitchen counter like she always did, password saved to everything, while she was getting ready for work. Took me maybe 15 minutes. Her personal email had order confirmations for furniture deliveries to a storage unit I didn't know existed. PayPal transactions with notes like reimbursement from people I'd never heard of. And the big one, screenshots she'd saved of vendor invoices from her work system with handwritten notes in the margins. Numbers circled, calculations like she was tracking something. I'm not a forensic accountant, but I work with enough of them through clients to recognize what this looked like. She was running some kind of vendor scheme. Fake vendors or inflated real ones, pocketing the difference. Holy shit. I closed the laptop, went to my office, and just sat there. This woman who just mocked me for not making real money was literally stealing from her company. The irony was almost funny. Almost. I thought about it all morning. By lunch, I made up my mind. Call my buddy from college. "Hey, those AP irregularities you mentioned, You guys still looking into that? Yeah, actually getting more serious. Corporate's bringing in forensic people next week. What? I might have some info that could help. Can we meet? Long pause. What kind of info? The kind that probably solve your problem. We met at a coffee shop that afternoon. I showed him photos I'd taken on my phone, just enough to show the pattern without showing everything. Vendor names that looked sketchy. Invoice amounts that seemed wrong. The storage unit address. He went pale looking at them. Where did you get these? Can't say, but they're real. And if your forensic team looked at these specific vendors and invoices, I think they'd find something. This is serious. Like criminal charges serious. I know. Why are you doing this? Let's just say the person involved made it very clear they don't respect honest work. He stared at me for a second. Then it clicked. Oh no. Dude, is this your... Don't say it. Just use the info however you need to. Keep my name out of it completely. He said he would. Said he'd pass it along as an anonymous tip through him. Leave me out of any official records. I went home. She was already there, making dinner, talking about her day like nothing was wrong. We ate, watched a show, went to bed. She had absolutely no idea what was coming. Update 1. So it didn't take long for everything to blow up. My buddy passed the info to the investigation team the next day. By the end of that week, my girlfriend came home looking like she'd seen a ghost. I was on a client call when she barged in my office. I need to talk. Now. I muted the call. What's wrong? They fired me. Her voice was shaking. They fucking fired me. What? What? They're saying I stole money. They had security walk me out in front of everyone. Everyone. I stood up, plain concerned. That's crazy. Stole what? I don't know. They wouldn't tell me specifics. Just said forensic accountants found discrepancies in their pressing charges. Charges? Like actual criminal charges. She nodded, eyes welling up. Embezzlement. They said they have evidence tied to my access codes. Did you do it? What? No. How can you even ask me that? I'm just trying to understand. You're supposed to be on MY's side. You're supposed to believe me. I'm just. Forget it. I need to call a lawyer. She locked herself in the bedroom for hours. Lots of crying, lots of I didn't do anything, lots of frantic phone calls. That night, she barely spoke to me. Made her own dinner, slept on the far edge of the bed. The next morning, she was cold but trying to hold it together. My lawyer says I need evidence showing I didn't do this. Can you help me go through my personal laptop? They didn't take it? No, that's personal. They only took my work laptop, the one I'd already looked through. Sure, I can help. Spent an hour pretending to search through her files while she sat next to me. Found exactly what I already knew was there, but played dumb. Nothing here looks bad. Just normal stuff. See? They're making this up. But then her brother called me. Lives across the country. I've met him maybe twice. Hey man, heard what happened. Pretty messed up. Yeah, she's stressed. Listen, between us, you think she actually did it? Careful. She says she didn't. Right, but she's been spending like crazy lately. New car, always traveling. Her salary's not that high. I asked her about it at Christmas, and she got super defensive. People manage money differently. True, but if she did do it, you should protect yourself. Make sure your finances aren't mixed up with hers or anything. Interesting. Her own brother was suspicious. That night, she barely acknowledged me when I got home from a meeting. How was your day? How do you think? Just asking. My lawyer says this could drag on for months. And I can't work anywhere in AP now because this is on my record, even though they haven't proven anything. That sucks. Yeah, and I have rent coming up and no job. So I'm going to need help. There it was. Help with rent. Well, yeah, unless you want me homeless. You have savings though, right? She laughed bitterly. Not enough. I was barely making ends meet. Lie. I'd seen her bank statements on that laptop. She had at least $40K sitting there. I can help this month while you sort out unemployment or... Unemployment? I got fired for embezzlement. No unemployment. Right, sorry. Forget it. I'll figure it out myself. Like always. I went to my office and checked my messages. My buddy had texted. Forensic team confirmed everything. Way worse than we thought. Been going on at least 18 months. Over 200K total. Police report filing soon. 200K? Jesus. And she was in my living room playing victim while expecting me to fund her life. Next morning, I woke up to her side of the bed empty. Found her in the kitchen on her laptop, looking stressed. Storage unit company just charged my card. Forgot to cancel the auto pay. The storage unit. Full of stolen merchandise. What storage unit? She looked up, startled. Oh, just a small one. Been storing some stuff for my parents. How much? Not much. Like $150 a month. That's not bad. Yeah, but I can't afford it now. Need to clear it out this weekend. Can you help me move stuff? Sure. No way I was helping her move stolen goods, but I was curious what was in there. The police called her that Friday. I heard her into the conversation from my office. Yes, this is her. Okay. Monday? Do I need my lawyer? 2 o'clock. Okay. She hung up and immediately called her lawyer, whispering frantically. When she came out, she looked like she might puke. The police want to interview me. What did your lawyer say? That I should do it with him there and just tell the truth since I didn't do anything. Makes sense. That weekend was tense as hell. She was glued to her phone, texting everyone, calling family. I heard her talking to her mom Saturday afternoon. Mom, I swear I didn't. I know how it looks, but someone's framing me. No, I don't know who would do that. He's been okay, I guess. Well, kind of distant. Maybe he doesn't believe me either. Sunday night, lights off, she finally asked it. Do you think I did it? I took a breath. Honestly, I don't know. That's not what I wanted to hear. What did you want me to say? That you know I didn't. That you believe me completely. I want to believe you. But you don't. I didn't say that. She rolled over, facing away. You didn't have to. Update 2. The police interview happened early that next week. She was gone for hours. Came home looking furious and terrified at the same time. They have everything. Every transaction, every invoice, every penny they think I took. What did your lawyer say? That we need to see their full evidence before responding. But what they showed me, it looks really bad. Like what? Vendors that apparently don't exist. Invoices I supposedly approved that went to fake companies. They're saying I created them and sent the money to myself. Did you? She whipped around. Are you serious right now? I'm just asking. No, I didn't. But someone made it look like I did. Her lawyer had explained she was looking at a felony. If convicted, up to 5 years in prison. Criminal charges, civil suits from the company, garnished wages, career destroyed. Everything. She still hadn't figured out it was me. That changed a couple days later. My college buddy called me. Dude, heads up. Investigation team is asking how the tip came in. I said anonymous through me, but they're pushing for details. My stomach dropped. What kind of details? Who told me? Where it came from? They're trying to tie up loose ends for prosecution. Did you tell them? No. But if this goes to trial, I might get subpoenaed. Which means I'd have to tell the truth under oath. Shit. Sorry, man. I'm trying to keep you out, but I get it. Do what you have to. That afternoon, she came into my office. We need to talk about money. Okay. My lawyer wants a $15K retainer. I don't have it. My parents can't help. Can you loan it to me? That's a lot of money. It's a loan. I'll pay you back. With what income? Her face hardened. Wow. Okay. So that's how it is. I'm not being an asshole. You are. I'm looking at prison for something I didn't do, and you're worried about money? You? The guy with his own business? This is real money. The kind that actually matters. Using my own words against me while asking for $15K. Incredible. I need to think about it. Think? I need an answer by tomorrow. He won't take the case without it. Then I'll answer tomorrow. She stormed out, slammed the bedroom door so hard a picture frame fell off the hallway wall. Next morning, I told her no. I can't loan you $15K right now. Business expenses are high, and I need to keep reserves. Are you kidding? I could go to prison. I'm sorry. I just can't. Can't or won't. Both. She stared at me like I was a stranger. After everything we've been through, after all the times I supported you in your little consulting thing. Supported me? You called me cute for playing businessman 2 weeks ago. Her face went red. That was a joke. Didn't sound like one. You're gonna hold that against me now? Well, my life is falling apart. You asked for money I don't have. That's reality, not a grudge. She grabbed her bag and keys. I'm staying with a friend. I can't even look at you. Probably best. She left with just an overnight bag. I figured she'd be back in a day or two. But then her brother called. She knows. My blood went cold. Knows what? That you're the one who tipped them off. She had a friend still at the company dig around. Found out the tip came from someone in finance who knows you. She figured it out. Shit. Yeah. And she's pissed. Talking about suing you, pressing charges, the whole thing. Her friends are hyping her up, saying you're the bad guy. I didn't do anything illegal. I know. Just warning you. Watch your back. He hung up. That night, she showed up at my apartment with 2 friends. They were yelling before I even opened the door. You ruined my life. How could you? Keep it down, the neighbors. I don't care about your neighbors. You went through my laptop. You stole my information. You gave it to my company, and now I'm going to prison because of you. Her friends were recording on their phones. I didn't steal anything. Your laptop was sitting open on our shared counter. And I didn't make you embezzle money. It wasn't embezzlement. I was going to pay it back. Oh, so now she was admitting it. That's still embezzlement. You're vindictive trash. You did this because I hurt your ego. I did this because you committed a crime while mocking me for working honestly. One of her friends jumped in. What you did is literally illegal. Unauthorized computer access. It was on the kitchen counter with no password in my apartment. Try again. The other friend. You're a gaslighting narcissist. She loved you. I looked at my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. Whatever. Are we done? Not even close. I'm suing you for everything. My lawyer says I have a case. Your lawyer you can't afford? Good luck. She tried to push past me into the apartment. I blocked the door. Nope. You don't live here anymore. My stuff is in there. I'll box it up. Text me when you want to pick it up. I want it now. Text me a time. I closed the door. They yelled for a while. Threatened to call the cops. I called the cops first, explained the situation. They sent a car. The girls left before they arrived, but I filed a report anyway. Next day, I got an email from some lawyer I'd never heard of. Notice of intent to sue. For pages of legal word salad about invasion of privacy, emotional distress, defamation, a bunch of other stuff. Demanding $50,000 in damages. I forwarded it to my own lawyer. He called me an hour later, actually laughing. This is one of the worst demand letters I've seen. Half these claims don't even apply. And she's admitting she used work resources for personal gain right here in paragraph 3. So ignore it. I'll send a response. But yeah, this is going nowhere. You can't sue someone for reporting a crime. That weekend was quiet. No contact. I figured she was planning her next move. Monday morning, I woke up to notifications everywhere. She'd posted on every social media platform she had. Long essay about how I was abusive and controlling, how I'd spied on her and violated her privacy, how I'd falsely reported her out of jealousy. She was facing prison for a crime she didn't commit because of my narcissistic rage. Comments were split, half supporting her, half asking, wait, did you actually do it though? I made one post. I reported suspected crimes to appropriate authorities with evidence. Everything I did was legal. Everything she did wasn't. That's all. Then I logged off. My lawyer called the next day. Her lawyer dropped her. What? Yeah. Send me a courtesy email. Client relationship not working out, withdrawing from everything. Because she can't pay? Probably. And she keeps making it worse. That social media post where she admitted having access to company systems? That's prosecution evidence. So now what? She needs a new lawyer or gets a public defender. Criminal case moves forward either way. Her brother called again. She's spiraling, burning bridges with everyone. Her mom's pissed because she finally admitted she took the money. Friends are distancing themselves. She's obsessed with blaming you for everything. Not my problem. I know. Just be careful. That weekend, she showed up alone. Looked like she hadn't slept in days. Can we talk? From out there, the DA offered a plea deal. My public defender says I should take it. Probably should. 3 years. 3 years in prison. Plus restitution. Over $200,000. Makes sense for stealing $200,000. She started crying. This is your fault. If you hadn't gone through my laptop, if you hadn't embezzled, there'd be nothing to find. I was going to pay it back. I had a plan. That's not how it works. You don't understand. I needed that money. You don't make enough for the life I wanted. I was building something for US. Even facing prison, she couldn't grasp what she'd done wrong. There is no us. Hasn't been since that dinner. What dinner? The one where you mocked me for playing businessman. Where you told me to call when I make real money. She blinked. That's what this is about? You're that petty. It's about you stealing while looking down on honest work. So you destroyed my life over hurt feelings. No, I reported a crime. That's it. I need money for restitution. If I pay some back before sentencing, the judge might go easier. Can you loan me? No, please. 20,000 would. Should have thought about that before committing felonies. She stared at me. I hope you feel like a big man now. I feel like someone without a criminal girlfriend. So yeah, pretty good. She left. Last time I saw her. Final update. The plea deal went through a few weeks later. 2 years in minimum security, 5 years probation, full restitution. She'll be out in maybe 18 months with good behavior, but she'll be paying that money back forever. Wages garnished, credit destroyed, felony record. The lifestyle she wanted, the one she stole for, is permanently gone. Her mom tried calling once, crying about how I destroyed her daughter. Didn't answer. Her brother texted that he understood why I did it. Most of her friends moved on. Me? Business is actually better. Picked up 2 new contracts last month. Moved to a smaller apartment in a nicer area. Started seeing someone casually. She's a teacher, makes like $45K, and has never once made me feel bad about my work. Do I feel guilty? No. She committed crimes, got caught, faced consequences. I didn't make her embezzle. I didn't make her spend stolen money on luxury items while mocking my income. She made every choice that led her there. Would I do it again? Yeah. Not for revenge, but because reporting a crime is the right thing to do. Whether that criminal is your girlfriend or a stranger doesn't change the morality. She starts her sentence next month. I'll be here, running my business, making my honest money. Call me when you make real money? Nah. Turns out integrity pays better than theft.